Nice little flush this night, and the market keeps pumping. It just flushed some longs during this night, and today we are going to look for some weekend trades. Let's see if we are really back, because if we are back, we are going to trade a lot during the week and a lot during the weekend. So today, that's what we are going to do: charts and more charts. And if you want me to chart your altcoin, just tell me in the chat, and I'll do my best to do it if I have time, of course. So just drop it in the chat, which altcoin, which pair do you want me to see, and of course, as usual, and you're already used to, I will do it for you. So let me know. Let me know, and I'll do my best to do it. Now let's look at Bitcoin. And I already talked about Bitcoin yesterday on my channel, the pullback levels that I'm watching. But there's an analysis here that I'm going to share with you today. I don't want you to get too excited. We are still due for a pullback. But I think you are going to like even the remote chance that what I'm going to show you might happen. Just a small remote chance that it might happen. I think you will enjoy this. So let me just go here to Bitcoin, and we'll start with Bitcoin, of course, to see if we can get a weekend entry, and I hope we can. Now, let's do this. This was a scalp from yesterday. Let me just take this out from here. And we can all agree, Bitcoin had a massive move, right? No pullbacks, just flying like a lot. and flying, and it doesn't want to stop. Now, I do believe we are going to pull back, especially if we go to the daily chart. Look at this. It needs to pull back, but just as I don't want to go too technical on the levels, because I said it yesterday on 𝗕𝗘𝗔𝗀𝗧𝗨𝗡𝗜𝗏. You can go here. It was my live stream yesterday, my pullback levels, and you subscribe here. You should already subscribe. But what I'm looking for now, and this is very important, right? This is really important, that if this happens, I think the 4-year cycles will be, I will not say sidelined, but I'll say completely out of the market. So this is what I'm looking for Bitcoin. Sorry, guys. Still, what is that? Here. So, again, what I'm looking at, just a quick recap. If we can hold 74,200, I think the worst is over. Okay, just very, very quickly, should watch my live stream from yesterday on 𝗕𝗘𝗔𝗀𝗧𝗨𝗡𝗏. But if we can hold 74,200, I can say that nobody can argue that the bottom is in. Okay, and I will explain why very quickly. 74,200, let's say, more or less, depends on the chart, but let's say it's here. 74,200 was the line on the sand from the previous, I will not say bull run, I'm still from the mid-cycle correction, but this here, call it here, was the line on the sand. It was when we bounced, in April 2025 after the tariff drama, and we went for an all-time high. Okay, that's if you are here since then or for that long, let's say like this, you remember this: bear market. Then on April, tariffs drama basically solved, and we went higher to 126. I think you remember this if you have been here. This is why I'm telling you that this is the line in the sand. If we break this, then there are some other levels that I will show you. That I will show you on my live stream from yesterday. You can check them. But now, again, this is really important. If this line in the sand holds 72,200, 74,200, 74,400, let's say like this, there's a big chance that the bottom is in. And we want to go long. We want to get exposure. So what do? We go to the 4-hour chart here. We start to check what will be our target, eh? So we start to think, You open the chart, then you go to Bitunix, you grab your VIP free and your bonus with the link in the description. Then you go back to the chart and you start to find for a long entry here. And I already marked it here, hey? So, but let's not be too greedy. And you are going to look for 74,500 and till 73,300. We are going to give him a $1,000 room to wiggle. Because it can come here and then decide to go up just to smash some longs, etc. Because there are a lot of longs here, believe me. Shorts are being squeezed, but there are some juicy longs at this level. And now, again, I don't want you to get overexcited. This level has to hold, but this is what I'm seeing, eh? And I might be wrong about this, but who knows? So if I wanted to long between 74,500, let's say for round numbers, and 73,300, round numbers, hey? This would be my plan. This will be my plan, but you need a wide stop loss for this, eh? So let me just do like this. We have a 4-hour close as invalidation below this low here, this cluster that we have here. We just said 4-hour close below 68,783. And now this is why I bought a bigger screen, so I can stretch this. You can start to look 98, sorry, and even 116. Okay? Again, do not get too excited. Do not get too excited, but this level here needs to hold. And if this level holds, if, this is a big if, this level holds, this is exactly what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. And remember, this will take 2 weeks, 1 month, whatever. This was charted on the daily chart with an entry on the 4-hour chart. Okay? So again, if 74,400 to 74,200 holds, you have your confirmation that the bottom is in and that we are going to shoot to the moon. But if you want to wait, for confirmation, and you should wait for confirmation if you don't want to risk your futures account or even on spot, you let Bitcoin drop below the yellow line, let's say like this, and when you see a 1-hour candle closing above 74,500 or 74,500, a 1-hour close candle closing above our entry, that's your go for long. Let me know if I was clear on this, okay? Because if we do this, we are completely reversing the structure. We get out of the accumulation that we had here. And again, do not tell me that this is a bear flag, because this is not a bear flag. This is a bear flag. This is a bear flag. This is not a bear flag. Okay? This is not a bear flag. Now, look at this. And if this holds, and I'll say it again, between 74,400, 73,300, that's your limit, your buy area. And if you want confirmation, you wait for a 1-hour close above 74,400, 74,500. That's your confirmation that the market is reversing, and then you can go long. But this will be my plan, my limit order, okay? And then I have a few TPs here, of course, and I can mark it for you. One of them will be around here, 91. I could even say that this is the first TP, 91, and then we'll have it here. Sorry, and we'll have it here. But don't get too excited, eh? Don't get too excited, but this is what I'm seeing, and I think there's a good chance that we are going to see this here. Okay, let me just check the comments. And good morning. Pepsi. Hello from South Africa. Let me know from where you are watching. I like to know. Future crypto teacher, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to wait for the market. Actually, I'm waiting for the weekly close tomorrow to redo all my swing trade analysis on the weekly. But I think there's a big chance that this can happen here. Okay, so I'm just laying out the plan. Again, do not get too excited, just what I'm seeing. And yeah, so just a plan. We might get an entry this weekend on this if we flush. So let's see. Let's see if we can get it or not. Hey, Canada. Awesome, awesome. Now let's see. Let's look at Ethereum. No one has a request to this. Only 𝗠𝗲. Oh, I have 𝗠𝗲 here. 𝗠𝗲 is already in the plan to chart. To talk, not to chart, but to talk about 𝗠𝗲. Now, let's go to Ethereum. Let me go here. Take this out. This was a big flash tonight, like a big one. So for Ethereum, you can see the daily. Although it's kind of different than Bitcoin, but again, it's trying to reverse the structure also. So this is a big level for Ethereum. You could long Ethereum here if you want to. If you want to long Ethereum now, you could do it, right? So as a swing trade or as a weekend trade, you could long it now. You could do something like this. Literally, you could long it now. And yeah, maybe I'm right about this, maybe I'm wrong, but you have a small stop loss here. Let me see if you are in. I think we are in, eh? Yeah, you can long now for as a weekend trade. And you can target, you see, this resistance here. Around 2,718. That you can do it right now. Or if you want to, you can wait for a weekend close, 1 hour close above this high here, this support here, 2,447, and that's your confirmation. But you literally are in the buy zone. Because if I wanted to long Ethereum, we go here. Actually, let me open the trade, eh? Do not, I need to take advantage of this. I want to open the trade. I don't have my Bitunix here logged in, so I have to open the trade. Give me a second, because I need to open this trade. So let me go here. And we are literally inside the buy zone. You can wait for confirmation. I'm going to give you the confirmation if you want to. But Ethereum is literally in the area that you can. Oh, no, it's weekend, it's risky, all of that, but I'm taking this trade, so. So let's go here and find, and I'll tell you our buy zone. So if I wanted to long this, this would be my buy zone here. Easy to see, 2,450 and between 2,400 and 42. That's why I said it's inside our buy area. See? Literally inside our buy area. Our invalidation will be a close, a 4-hour close below 2,365 more or less. This low here. Yeah, 2,365, 4-hour close. And the target, and again, I might be wrong, it's weekend, the war, etc. You all know that, right? And we can target the final boss, the final TP, it will be 2,716, 2,700, more or less. And yeah, let's see if I'm right about this one. But I think there's a big chance that this happens. But I will give you intermediated TPs. If not, I know you will not take profits. So I would say the first profit, the first TP will be here, right here, TP1. I'm just doing this because it's weekend. If not, I would let you write this, but TP1 and second one, I need to go way back on this resistance here. This will be TP2. And then you have the final boss there. You can see it, but let's see. Okay, I might be wrong about this. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen, but that's what I'm seeing right now for Ethereum. Again, might be wrong. If you cannot take a stop loss, do not trade it. But that's what I'm seeing. If you want confirmation, just wait for a 1 hour close above 450 exactly. 2,450, sorry. Just wait for a 4 hour close above our entry on the 1 hour close, sorry guys. 1 hour close on above 2,450, and that will be a confirmation. It's easy. Do not take it now. Wait for us to close above this on the 1 hour chart, and you can try to long it. It's easy peasy, eh? That's not that hard. Let's see what we have more here. Now let's go to XRP. I think XRP is dropping, eh? It's dropping, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. XRP. So this was a big week here. This was from a scalp, probably. Big week. We saw a lot of flush this night. So which is normal, right? Everyone was long in green candles, and when you long green candles, nothing good happens. You know that, right? If you try to long green candles, you pay the price. It's always like that. Now, let's look at XRP. By the way, guys, this trades here, this was here on this channel, okay? This was on this channel. Look here. This entries, it was on this channel. This was a massive front run, but these two entries was on this channel last week. Okay. VVV. I don't think I have VVV here, but I'll check VVV. Let me add to the list. Now let's look at this, because this is stretched like big time. You go to the daily chart. This is crazy. I think XRP pumped by a lot. So let me see if everything, yeah. And if I wanted to long XRP during this weekend, we are going to pull back, I don't know if we will pull back or not. Cannot tell you that. But if I wanted to, this is a really hard chart. It's a really hard one. But I would say we need to test this support here. So if we can get this entry, it will be a very good one. Like really good one. Yeah, but we need to drop lower. We need to drop lower than this. Yeah, between 144.9 if you want to, it's 89, but it's, let's say 9. And 142. 142.10. This is where I will long XRP, right? I will long XRP here. So I will wait for a drop. Do not rush it. It's weekend, etc. You know the drill. Do not go with your full size, because there can still be some shenanigans. So 4 hour close, and I'll say below. Can go here. Let's see on the 1 hour. Yep. Can move this a bit. 4 hour close below 127.30. So here, and the target, you are going to say that I'm crazy. But if I'm right about this, we can target this. And understand what I'm saying here. We are literally trying to long the reversal of the market. The place where the structure is going to reverse from accumulation to full bull again. Full bull again. Understand this. This is what I'm trying to do here today with you. I'm not trying to say, and I hope we didn't get it. Yeah, I think this week is going to be filled. This might take time to play out, and I'm going to review all of this tomorrow on Crypto Decoded because I live stream on Sunday mornings to prepare for the week. But again, I still think this is really possible if we hold the levels that I'm showing here. Okay, so it's super easy. The way that I trade, you cannot be easier. There's no complication. There's no indicators. There's nothing. Like price action one-on-one, and if you want confirmation, a 1 hour close above our entry in all 4 hour trades, a 1 hour close above our entry will be our confirmation. You can go long. Okay, same plan, same invalidation, same everything. And you can wait for confirmation. I'm okay of taking this stop loss because the stage that we are in the cycle, I might get stopped once, twice, 3 times. But when I get it right, it will more than cover all of those. But this is what I'm expecting right now. And I think there's a big chance here. And do not, okay, just refrain your emotions. It's never easy to do like this, to do this type of charting here because people get overexcited. And again, wait for confirmations. We might drop, we might go lower, whatever. But this is what I'm seeing right now for XRP. I didn't saw the same for Ethereum. You just saw it. It's a perfectly normal target for Ethereum. There's nothing wrong here. It's a normal target. It's like $300 up. So are we clear here? Do not get overexcited. The trick is do not get overexcited, hey? Now let's look at Sol. Again, this was here on this channel, right? And we waited, I don't know how long, 2 weeks for this, maybe more. We were here accumulating and then poof, full TP. That's what I'm trying to do right here with you guys today. I want to do this. I really want to. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able, but at least I cannot promise you a TP, but I can promise you that I'm doing the work to try to get you the TP. So I think it's fair enough. Let me just take this. So this was here. I remember charting Sol here and said, look, just wait. And we shoot up. Now let's see what we can do, and this can go. Okay, guys. I think these weeks are going to get filled. So yeah, I'm almost sure it's going to get filled. And there's not much room here. So if I'm right about Sol, I would look for an entry between 88.87 and 87.68. Let's say like this. And this will be the trade. Remember, this is not the entry, hey? This is just the trade plan, not the entry. I would say the stop loss is here is nothing. The small one. Here, yeah, here. And we can target this high here. And a 4 hour close below 86.29. I think we can give it a bit more room. Let's just give it a bit more because of this here. Yeah. So 4 hour close below 86. Let's say like this. Invalidate this trade. the buy area or the long area will be between 88, 87 and 87, let's say 70, 68. That will be your buy area. Again, if you want to wait for confirmation 1 hour close above 88, 87, and then you can go and then you can see it fly. I hope so, right? I hope it flies. Let's see if I'm right about this. I might be wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong, but we are just, this is what I'm seeing right now. Let's see if we can get it. Now, what we have here more. No one is asking for 𝗙𝗓 today. Today that I have 𝗙𝗓, no one is asking for 𝗙𝗓, hey? No one is asking for 𝗙𝗓. And now, let's go to check HYPE. So, you knew my theory about HYPE. If they didn't get regulated, they might suffer, with the Clarity Act, etc. Now they are going to be on the US, and now HYPE is doing just one thing very well, which it's front running me. It's just there's massive front runs that HYPE is. I cannot trade HYPE. I'm trying to, but I cannot trade HYPE right now. So I'm bringing HYPE because I know a lot of you are on HYPE and want to trade HYPE, etc. I will be careful here because I don't see a place that you can trade HYPE safely, okay? Again, I just don't see where you can trade this safely here. So I would be careful with HYPE. I would be careful with HYPE. But you have two plans here. And this will be the yellow rectangle. This will be the one that we monitor. We do not enter. We just monitor to wait for confirmations, and then we can go all in, whatever you want to call it. So if HYPE goes to, again, to 82, massive all-time high for HYPE, 82, again, if it goes to 82, and I would say this is an all-time high, so just give it a little room to wiggle. If it goes between 82, 84, 82, 84, then you could look for a short here. Okay, then you could look for a short here. Definitely look for a short here. But this is a short, this is an area where you are going to monitor a short. You are not going to short it blindly. So we're just going to here. And you are going to monitor this. Same as a long, okay? Because HYPE has had a massive move. So if you want to long it, you need to wait it to drop like a lot. So I would wait for it to fill all this gap we have here. If you want to buy spot, this might be a good area too. So I would wait for it to fill this gap here. Let me know if I'm being clear. So between 68 and I would say here 61.9 something, this is where you can monitor for longs, because this gap will be filled. Okay, let me just zoom in so you can see it better. This gap is going to get filled. It's going to get filled at some point. Do you understand what I'm saying? So be ready for this, and this is where you can monitor for longs, for spot buy, whatever. If I didn't hold any HYPE and I wanted to add a HYPE, I would wait for this pullback. We never buy at all-time highs. It's better to let it run and lose it than go for it at all-time highs. I wouldn't do it, hey? But that's me. I wouldn't do it, and that's how I do it. That's my trade, hey? So look for this, monitor for long buys and spot buys here. And on the top, you can monitor for a short. Easy, there's nothing. Super easy to trade this one. Now let's go to 𝗙𝗓, because everyone asks for 𝗙𝗓, and today I brought 𝗙𝗓. Okay? So today, I said, but we never talk about 𝗙𝗏. Okay, I'll bring 𝗙𝗏. You want 𝗙𝗏? I have 𝗙𝗏 here. No problem. So looking at 𝗙𝗏, Cardano, and hoping that the worst is over. Hoping. That's a big hope. Okay. Remember that I still have my opinion that what you are seeing in 𝗙𝗏 are exit pumps. Okay. That's what I believe. And I think we caught the last one. Let me see. I'm almost sure we caught the last one. It was here on this channel. Remember? I said, I want to catch the next exit pump. Remember this? Remember this? That I said, I want to catch the next exit pump, and we did it. Right? So sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right, but if I'm more right than wrong, in the end we are profitable, right? That's the goal. Now, let's look. I hate this new function from TradingView. I just cannot understand why they did it. Now let's look at 𝗙𝗏. 𝗙𝗏 is super stretch, right? Like super stretch, but it's at support. Okay, it literally is it's at support right now. So I think it's going to drop a little bit, not that much, just a little drop here. Just try to. I would say it's going to drop between here, even higher. I don't think it's going to drop this much. It's literally where it is right now, kind of. Just a bit more lower, and here, no, and now I can do this. It's almost at entry, but yeah, it's almost at entry. Okay, this is what This is what I would look for along on 𝗙𝗏. Remember, guys, it's weekend, etc. You don't go with full size. You are careful. All of those things, eh? All of those things. You just. But this is what I will look for a long. If I'm not going to long this, I'm just charting it. It's just 8-hour buy zone. I don't feel any confidence on 𝗙𝗏 right now, but I know you like 𝗙𝗏. That's why I brought it. And this would be our invalidation. A 4-hour close below this week here, 2069. Close, and then a move to this high here, almost 26 cents. This is what I'm seeing for 𝗙𝗏. I'm not seeing anything else than this. If you want to trade this, go for it. But I'm not going to take this trade. I'm being honest with you. I don't like to trade 𝗙𝗏 unless I'm sure that something is going to happen. But I still think it's exit pumps. So I'm just bringing it because I know you like it. So I brought it. What if it keeps running and we don't ever see 60K, 67? We will see. At some point, I think you will see, but who knows, right? That's kind of. I think we are going to have a sharp pullback, like a big pullback on the market. I just cannot tell you when, but I do think a pullback is coming. I think a pullback is due. We need a pullback on the market. And again, you go to my channel, Crypto Decoded. I did a live stream yesterday, and with my exact levels for the pullback. So, and I explained why, and I went to them saying, look, this is why I'm looking at this, etc. Just go watch my live stream. And in the end, we did some live trading. As usual, eh? We always like to do some live trading. Long live Portugal. Yeah, thank you. Now, Let's see what you are going to see more. Let's look at 𝗠𝗓𝗓. You want 𝗠𝗓𝗓, right? I had this for a short on 𝗠𝗓𝗓, and I will look at this front run. It was just to monitor. Of course, when the market is with this kind of strength, we don't, how can I say, we don't short it blindly. This was before the massive God candle we saw on Bitcoin. I do this inside my community, Crypto Whales, usually at Monday morning, Sunday morning, depends on the market. But I had this to short 𝗠𝗓𝗓, and it was a massive front run. Sometimes it happens, but let's go here. And let's see what we can do here. And let's see what we can do here. You want me to check AVAX? Come on, guys. I don't like to trade memes. Do I really need to check AVAX? You are going to ask me to trade AVAX, aren't you? I will chart AVAX. Let me just finish this one. This is what I'm looking, hey? This is what I'm looking for this one. For 𝗠𝗓𝗓, a drop to 83, 83.48, 83.236, and this might be the plan. This week here's, we need a 4-hour close below 77 invalidates this trade. 4-hour close. But if I'm right about this one, the target will be here. It will be here. It will be here. Around 104. Almost 105. You can try the 105 resistance here. But this is what I'm seeing for 𝗠𝗓𝗓. Again, flipping. You guys need to understand what I'm trying to do here again. And I like to explain. This was the resistance, previous support broken, and now we are going to test it as support. If the support holds, we can expect a massive move. Okay? Again, look at 𝗠𝗓𝗓. It's easier to see here. Previous support, it was lost. Now we are trying to, we broke the previous support that was acting now as resistance. It was broken. And now we are going to wait for it to test as support and it to hold. If it holds, we go higher. And that's what I'm trying to do here. That's why I'm trading like this. And this is why I'm telling you, look, there are some juicy opportunities here. I might be wrong. The market might dump, the war, whatever. But I feel more confident because we had the flush this night. But still, it's weekend. Do not go with full size. You know, the drill. Carefully, low liquidity, low volume, easy to manipulate, easy to be hunted. And remember, I use 4-hour close as stops. I don't use hard stop losses, okay? So just bear that in mind when you are trading. I'm going to add AVAX here. You really want me to check AVAX, eh? I will check AVAX. That will be our meme of the day. It will be AVAX. I have a few more here that I want to discuss with you. And one of them is 𝗕𝗓. 𝗕𝗓 yesterday was painful for me. You will see why. So I was live streaming on this channel yesterday morning. And we charted for a scalp 𝗕𝗓. We got the alert, but it didn't give us any time to open the order. And look at this. It went to our buy area, poof, full DP. This one hurts like a lot. This one was one of those that it was really painful, hey? But I'm going to chart AVAX. Let me just chart ENA and a few more that I have here that I want to discuss with you. Then I'll go to AVAX. Okay. I like to leave the memes to the end. So if, and this is a big if, you are looking for an entry on ENA, and be aware that it had this massive bump, okay? Like massive. You need to understand that this usually gets filled. Usually this gets filled. So, but if you really want to, if you like ENA, nothing against it, you can try to look for something like this. I would look for this support here. And I would say see around here. So between 13,105 and 12,555. And 12,555. Okay, this is what I would be looking. This is what I would be looking for. A trade on ENA, like a pullback this area. The invalidation here needs to be, you need to leave it room because it went up a lot. Did you guys cut this trade? I don't hold any ENA, so. And I got the front run yesterday. So 4-hour close. I don't like it so, I don't like it to be so deep. We need to push it higher. Yes, sec. Yeah, a 4-hour close below 11,368, 11,368. That will invalidate this one. But honestly, again, it's the same thing. We are going to get overexcited with this. But if we flip this, if we can hold this and flip it, I believe, this was from yesterday, I believe you can start to look for this on ENA. You can start to look for this on ENA. That's just my opinion. This is just my opinion, right? Might happen, honestly. You can look for 30 cents ENA here. If we flip, the previous resistance, all that support, sky is the limit here. There's no reason to think otherwise. Sky is the limit. Again, I'm not saying that this will 100% happen. It's Saturday morning. I did the analysis that I'm sharing with you. Some I'm doing now, others I did like 2 hours ago. So let's see, okay? But this is what I'm seeing right now. I cannot tell you otherwise because this is what I'm seeing right now on ENA. So, yeah. I will go to AVAX. You guys are all... I will go there to AVAX, not worry. Now let's look at pump. Someone asked pump. I think it's like this, right? On Bitunix, it's like this. Yeah. And so pump. We saw pump all week on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on XRP, everywhere. We had fun with the pumps everywhere. So Dogecoin, of course, eh? Let me see here. This is a massive breakout, but it hasn't flipped this resistance here. But we could get easy ones, eh? It would have been easier. Now we need to go here, pull it to this side, and this is where I would look for longing pump between 4354 and 4257. I will go to AVAX. This is what I would look. 4354, 4257, right? And this can be a flip or a stop loss, right? It can be both. But a 4-hour close below 3693, you can see here, invalidates this trade. If you want confirmation, you wait for a close above our high. And if we flip this, you can target here 008, but you need TPs on the way. Okay, go take. You have some take profits here that are obviously obvious, like you can take it here around this resistance here. Let's say 005, then 0055, or this one here 059, and then the full TP here. Okay, and then the full TP here. That's what I see now. Okay. But that's just me. But that's what I'm seeing now for pump. Again, I might be wrong. Don't get overexcited. I did this on a weekend, but so far a lot of them are flipping resistance into support. That it was supports that they lost. I don't know, on 10th of October or in the past months. Now they are trying to hold it again as support, and if they do, they can really fly. So let's see. But they can really fly. Now let's check VVV. I had something planned on VVV yesterday, I think so. Was it a short yesterday? I know some of you were on my show yesterday. Didn't we have a short yesterday on VVV? I think I got an alert or something like that. I think so. I think we did. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was something like that. This is not a hard one to find an entry. Like, go to the top of this week and top of the week below. Be here. And you have your entry. Between 14,648 and 14,3547. So go here. Do this 4-hour close. Guys, remember, I'm giving you trades. You don't have to trade in all of them. And it's weekend. You know, the war, usually it's only open at weekends. So be careful, hey? And do not get too excited, because I do this and I live stream literally every day, and I do daily updates every day. So if something changed, I can tell you during the day. If you go here on my channel, 𝗕𝗘𝗘𝗃, you can see this was my updates from this week. Okay, and we follow the market perfectly. So if something changed, you follow me here, because I'll be telling you there, literally. You don't have to wait for a week for me to come here and say, look, things change, okay? But this is what I'm looking now for VVV. I think this might happen. So the entry will be around, as I told you, we go here, 14,468 and 14,3. I think we can even push the entry higher, honestly. We can make it higher, more to the top of this week. So yeah, so 14,6687 and 14,3547, hey? So the close below 1446 invalidates this trade, and then we should fly. We could go till 21 cents, something like that. It might happen, might not happen. I don't know. I just telling you what I'm seeing right now. It's the same thing. Look at how the market is right now. Let me just take a break here. Look at how the market is right now. A lot of altcoins are flipping previous resistance that were the previous support that they lost in the past months into support. They're trying. They are testing as support. And before you start listening to the noise on X or your favorite bear, whatever, just look at this. If these lines hold, that's your confirmation. That's what I'm trying to show you here. I selected these coins on purpose. You are seeing previous lost supports that were acting as resistance now being tested as support again. And if they hold, there's a massive opportunity here. Massive opportunity here. Okay? So sorry for this break. I just wanted to explain why I chose these charts and so that you could understand why I'm so bullish right now on the market. And again, I cannot promise you the results, but I can promise that I do the hard work so that we get the results. So that's the way I do things. Now let's check AVAX. AVAX. This is no longer valid. This was before the massive pump. So we need to take this out. And let's see what you want. See, AVAX, it's not at that point yet. Right? AVAX should be here. And then we could say, okay, we have a previous support holding. It's not, how can I say, it's still not there. It's trying to. We have this is not a support. This will be the support. So, and by the way, I'm always joking with AVAX being a meme, but how can I say? It's just a joke, eh? Old AVAX, I think AVAX might have a nice run. So this is just a joke that I'm always saying about AVAX. Because AVAX is one of the best techs, but no one cares about AVAX. What we can do here is wait for AVAX to come and test this, let's call it support, to see if it has the strength to go higher. That's something that we can try to. Yeah, but you need a big buy area here. So I will not take this trade. I will monitor this trade, but this is AVAX. I'll add here monitor for long. So I'll set monitor for long between 721.7 and 6893. Okay, monitor this for long, and you go here, and this can be your plan if you want to do it. I'm not going to take this trade because I prefer to go with size on trades that I'm more confident on than on this one. But you asked for the analysis, and there you go. Dynamic entry, not trusting any sustained pump until October. Let me know why. Let me know in the chat why you're not trust till October. I want to know why. Let me know. Okay, so if this holds, and this is the new support for AVAX, this could be the target, right? But again, I'm not taking this trade. I might take it, but for now, I already saw 𝗠𝗏. I'm not going to take it, hey? So I'm not going to take it right now. But that's just me. So I don't see like I said, I prefer to go for the ones that we already had. A flip from the resistance to support and now trying to test the support, then go to those ones. But that's just me, hey? So let me see what we have more here. Some of them already did it, so just look back and we will do, it's already done. So just go there. Some of them are already charted. Now, can we go a little bit to TradeFi? Because today I was prepared. You always want gold. So I have commodities, I have the gold, I have everything that you usually ask. I have it here. Look, another amazing scalp here on gold. You should join us on Crypto Decoded for our live sessions, live trading sessions. Now, let's look at gold and a few more, of course. But I know you are, I want to trade gold. I want to trade gold. So, okay, I want you to be happy with your 𝗕𝗬𝗓𝗕 side. So, I think gold is going to retrace again. I think I had a long on gold, didn't I? Yeah, I had a long on gold. Yeah, I knew I did something here. So I think gold is going to retrace something, nothing major, whatever, eh? And I already charted hype, and so probably around to test this support here, which is major. Okay, this might be a major support for gold to hold. So I would say if I wanted to long gold, I would go to 4,540 and 4,493. Around this here, yeah. 4,514, 4,493. You go here, and this is a green light. Okay. This is green light. And the plan here, it's easier. And again, guys, remember, if you want confirmation, wait for the 1 hour close above the entry, and then that's your confirmation. You can take more risks and do not wait for the confirmation, or you can and maybe you should wait for the confirmation, eh? So we are going to have a tightening validation here because it's gold. It's not as volatile as crypto. So a close below 4,476.63, let's say 4,477. That's the invalidation for our close. And then the target, your 𝗕𝗬𝗓𝗕 side will be very happy with this one. If I'm right, of course, might be wrong. It's 5K. It will be 5K. That's the target that I'm seeing, hey? 5K for gold. So, and everything that's going on, buyback on bonds, etc., probably that will be the case. I do think that will be the case. And yeah, but that's just me, okay? That's just me, and that's what I'm seeing right here. And let me see if I have more requests from here. Wasn't someone asking for Doge? Well, till someone confirms if they want Doge, we are going to look for 𝗙𝗏 or silver. This is more what I like. I like to trade silver. And you can see why, hey? So I waited for this for a long time. I'm long on silver right now, but I still think it's going to pull back. Nothing major. Just a normal and healthy pullback on silver. I do think it's going to happen. So be ready for the pullback between 68, not where it is right now, but here, 68.84 and 67 is the support here. 67.03, okay? 67.03. This is probably going to pull back, and I know it's very, very close to where it is right now, but just wait because it's silver. I think silver is going to rally, honestly. So this would be my plan if I was not already long on silver. A 4-hour close below 65.28 would invalidate this. And the same. $80, more or less, $78, $79. That's the trade that I'm looking for silver. Just a recap, you can always take a screenshot. I know some of you do. 68.84, 67.03, that's our buy zone, our entry. And a close below 65.28, that will be our invalidation for this trade. The final boss, the final TP, is $79, more or less. Okay, more or less. So I think it's pretty cool now. And I think we are going to get it. Now, natural gas, I want to share this with you because I think natural gas is going to pump because of what we know is happening on the strait. It's still not open, whatever, and the winter is coming. So be ready for this. And it's exactly what I have here. Okay, a pullback to our entry before going higher again. Okay. Someone is asking for Trump coin. Really? Aren't you?
Are you tired of winning yet? Never.
Come on, guys. Trump coin. That's. I'm not going to talk about the Trump coin here. Now, let's see what we have more here. Doge. Yeah, I'm going to Doge. I know someone will ask for Doge. Massive pump. I didn't saw this. But still not a breakout. This is not the breakout. I don't think it's a breakout. I might be wrong, but I don't believe it's a breakout. See, even the fly is here. As soon as I start to talk about Doge, I think the fly agrees with me. This is not a breakout. But it's at support. That was the previous resistance. And yeah, I would be. What are you going to do here on Doge? Okay, let me see what we can do here. I would say it's almost in a place where you can long it. But yeah, it's almost there. Like, it will be here, so it's basically at entry. But if you want to wait for, I would not advise to enter now because the area where you can set your limit orders, it's a wide one. But this could be the plan for Doge. If it holds, okay, it's trying to hold the support. A 4-hour close below 825 invalidates this. And maybe you can try to target the high, but I would set my TP at 10 cents, my full TP, or 80% of my TP. I would set it at 10 cents at this resistance here. I don't know if Doge will break it. This could be your full TP, and then you have the other ones as intermediate TPs, but this would be your TPs. At least that's what I'm seeing here, right? That's what I'm seeing here for Doge. So, yeah. Let me see if I have anything else that I want. Lighter. I want to talk about lit. I want to talk about lit because lit was the case of everyone is afraid of lighter, and there was just a few bulls. And I hope you caught this. At least on my community, on my channels, the Banter Portuguese, 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗧𝗧, and even here, I said, look, guys, this is an awesome opportunity for lighter. The risk reward is here, and I remember there were people saying, no, it's going lower. Well, I don't know how. I can't understand that. But right now, I want you to pay attention to one thing. It's trying to break out from the cup and handle. Right? It's trying to break out from the cup and handle that is forming, and this target is around $4, $4.20. Now, do not buy lighter now. In my opinion, of course, it's not financial advice, but I wouldn't buy lighter right now. Okay? Do not buy green candles. If you buy green candles, you get one thing that you don't like those people that bought here got the red dildo. Do not buy now lighter, okay? Just wait for a major pullback. Just wait for a pullback that's going to happen. There are still a lot of people holding their airdrop. I'm holding part of my airdrop, 50% of my airdrop. I didn't sold. I even added more here. And if I recall correctly, the target, look at how it's the same price. It's almost at all-time highs also. And you had all this time to accumulate. Everyone was hoping for lower, and we are doing a round bottom, and now it's at $3 something. It went to $3.20, almost an all-time high. And the target, if this breakout is confirmed, the target is $4.20 and $5. $4.20 and $5. So be careful here, guys. Do not buy it now. Just wait. I know there's a lot of you probably will want to pull the trigger on lighter. Do not do it. Right? Just wait. Because we will have time for lighter for sure. Okay, there will be pullbacks. So not buy anything on green days. There will always be pullbacks, what we call the bullback. That was going to happen. So just be careful, hey? Careful. We waited. I shared this trade here. We waited 2 weeks for this entry, and look, we caught the breakout of the cup and handle. Now, guys, I want to check Convex, and it went there. Let me see if it closed below. We charted this yesterday as a scalp. I left it, but look, there was no 5-minute close. This was a massive week, and this would have been a great trade, but it's not valid now. I think Convex is going to fly. Okay, honestly, I do believe Convex is going to fly. That's my belief. I think it's going to fly and fly. If you know Convex, I don't know. I love Convex, and I've been talking about Convex for a long time, and I do think Convex is going to go higher. But I do think it's going to give us maybe an opportunity of getting an entry between 195.4 and 1.846. 1.846. Okay, that's what I do believe. So if Convex does this, and this is a big if, and you can set your limit orders, or you can wait for confirmation. That depends on your risk management. But I want to catch this trade. Okay, so if get this, let me just do this. If we get this, I would say our invalidation. I will not go to this week. That doesn't make sense. I will set it around here, below this low, a 4-hour close. Look at it's already above $2. I did a video about Convex on this channel when it was here. Like, everyone was afraid again. There's nothing wrong on being afraid and waiting for confirmations, but then don't buy the green candles. Wait for your confirmation, buy the red candles, right? So the target for this is this high here. See if we can get it. It's around $2.38, more or less. More or less, okay? So, as a recap, between 195.2 and 1.851, that's the buy area, the long area, whatever you use it, spot or leverage. In a 4-hour close below 176, invalidates this trade, and the full TP will be $2.38. This will be a nice one, but remember, TPs on the resistance. Okay, so you make sure you are not going to get screwed by, or you're going to lose money, whatever. Just protect your positions. The market is still in a limbo. No one is sure of what's going to happen. So be careful, hey? Just be careful and protect yourself from this. Guys, this was today's show. Again, weekend, low volume, low liquidity. I know these trades are looking very good, but I do daily shows, and daily live streams too, but daily shows on my channels. I do a daily update on Crypto Decoded that is AI translated from Portuguese to English, because I do it for the Banter Portuguese channel. It's uploaded every day. So if you want to keep up with these trades I just shared with you today, just go to Crypto Decoded, press the follow button. You have the link below. The market keeps pumping. You have the market. You have the link below here in the description. See Crypto Decoded by Pedro Silva, and I do these daily updates every day. And tomorrow I will be live. To prepare the Sunday. It's just an extensive analysis of a lot of charts from commodities, stocks, and crypto, of course. So thank you for being here. Enjoy your Saturday. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't get too excited with these targets. Remember, we need to hold the levels. If the level doesn't hold, all the analysis that I did here today are invalid. Okay? This is the plan. This is something that I'm expecting. Let's see if it's going to happen or not. But again, I gave you the key levels for you to look for these trades. Thank you for being here. You are awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow.